thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Taurus might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for August 16th through the 23rd, 2020. Keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Also, if you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do. Disregard the rest, and if you know your other planetary placements, you can also listen to your other signs for additional messages, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Taurus for the week of the 16th through the 23rd of August, 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Taurus for August 16th through the 23rd? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Taurus, August 16th through the 30th of August, 2020? And I'm going to shuffle one more time. Okay. And you know, between readings, I clean the cards and shuffle them a bunch, so yeah, they're always shuffled really well. All right, now I'm dividing into 3 stacks. We have the Three of Wands for your overall energy, okay? So, you know, as I go through your reading, I'm going to show you how this card is going to relate to the other cards that come up. Now, that Three of Cards, the Three of Wands, that card is about, you know, basically he's sitting here waiting for his ships to come in. So the work that you've been doing, you are now looking for the fruits of those labor. Now, whether that is, you know, having to do with love or some other situation that's going on in your life that could also lead to love, we're going to have to see. But you basically feel like you've done all you could, and now it's the waiting game. All right, now for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, and the first row pertains to you, what you may have recently been going through, things that you're currently dealing with, and people, opportunities, situations that are coming towards you. And the second column is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, your soulmate, karmic partner. This could be your divine counterpart, whoever is on your mind the most, like the person you're thinking about in the morning when you wake up, and that person that's on your mind when you fall asleep at night. That third column is about obstacles and challenges and our fears and anxieties, things that are blocking us from achieving what it is that we want. So you have the Page of Swords as well as the Five of Swords. So you know, there's a lot of swords in your reading, and the first few cards are all swords. So you could very well be dealing with another air sign, or you could have a lot of air placements in your own chart. But normally this is like some type of conflict that you've been having with someone. This is where, you know, it's gone a little bit past the petty arguing. Now somebody's playing dirty just a little bit. And the Page of Swords talks about, you know, spying on somebody, basically. It talks about, you know, instead of communicating properly, they're trying to, you know, figure things out, or maybe keep a watchful eye on certain situations because of the things that you've noticed or whatever. But when you have these type of arguments, this is the person that resorts to like name calling, that type of thing, instead of dealing with what the actual it's like to turn the tables off, to distract from what the actual issue really is. Okay, so yeah, in your partner's column, definitely, you know, you have this King of Wands here, which could, you know, it also happens to rule Aries as well. So you could very well be dealing with an Aries. And the thing is, with this King of Wands here, you might, you know, this tells me this person, even though they may be very, you know, give off the idea that they're funny or playful or adventurous or whatever, this is a person that's ready to do battle. This is someone where you may be feeling like you're not really wanting to move forward with this situation. It's kind of leaving you where, you know, you're just not wanting to deal with it. And even in this Five of Swords here, you see this person walking off from the situation. You know, the best response you can give to people like that is sometimes no response. All right. So in your obstacles and challenges, fears, anxieties, that type thing, you have the Six of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Cups. So yeah, you may have been basically just giving and giving, you know, whatever it is that you've been giving to this relationship. You feel like you're the only one that's doing the giving, that you're not receiving back what you think that you need. What you need is to be doted on and loved on and pampered and taken care of and adored, like most Tauruses like. But the thing is, these are your fears and anxieties. You feel like you're not getting this back. You feel like you're not going to give this back. You feel like, you know, you've given as much as you can give and you're just not receiving anything back. But that doesn't mean that you won't, okay? But it doesn't mean that you will either, you know, because you have to trust your instincts. So you are looking for these new opportunities. What you are wanting is this happily ever after. What you want is that security. What you want is to be a dynamic couple with someone, and the two of you together could absolutely take on the world. And when you're with, you know, you want to be with a person that makes you feel that way. You want to make sure that you're with a person that is your equal, where you're not the only one that's doing all the giving and the giving and the giving. So when you have, you know, put it all out there, going back to this card for your overall energy, of course, you put it all out there. Now it's up to the other person to show you what it is they've got, okay? Now, in the second row, we have the Five of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Cups. In your partners column, we have the Strength card as well as the Six of Swords. Obstacles and challenges, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And in your outcome, you have the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups. Alrighty, so yeah, this Five of Pentacles is making you feel like you're basically on the outside. These pentacles here are reminiscent of like stained glass windows in a church, and they're gold, and it's like when you see the golden light coming out of a window at night when it's freezing cold and stuff. When you are in the absence of love and beauty, you're feeling pretty much like you are on the outside, like you know, you've been kind of left out in the cold, like this person is totally ignoring you, and you are desiring more of this emotional and sentimental and compassionate and loving care from a person. You're needing this from this person, and they aren't stepping up to the plate. So when we get to your partners column, I definitely see you. You know, this is about leaving. It's about moving on. It's about, you know, packing your little things up and going. Whether you're actually going to move house or not, probably not. But it's talking about moving on from a relationship. But, you know, you have to use your strength, because if you continue to stay in a relationship where you are not getting back what it is that you need, then you definitely have the situation that, you know, you keep giving everything, you're going to find yourself depleted until, you know, there's not so much left. So in your obstacles and challenges and your fears and anxieties, you're pretty focused on love here. You know, these pentacles, this is you, Taurus, this is you staring at this little bird. Again, you could be dealing with an air sign. This person kind of brought you a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. This person kind of made you feel special, like, you were, but everything you are and everything about you was super cool, and they made you feel happy when you were with them. And this is kind of like your focus. And we all want to be loved, and life is short, and it's too short to waste it on people who make us feel like they're never going to be there for us, So this Page of Pentacles, you've got two situations here. So whatever situation you are longing for, this is your time to speak up. This is your time for you to say exactly what it is that you want out of life. If you are wanting to maybe start seeing someone, this is a good time for you to let them know that. When you previously had that Six of Swords in the reading just a second ago, that was about moving away from a situation, and so is this Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups tells us that, when you move away from one thing, you're moving to something better, so that you do have that optimistic outlook. You do feel like, you've waited long enough. You waited, if they're not going to be there for you, So in your outcome, we have the Hermit as well as the Three of Swords. Okay. In your partners column, we have the High Priestess and the Devil. Okay. And the outcome, in the obstacles and challenges, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. And in the outcome, we have the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Okay, you've got so many major arcana cards going on here. So yeah, this finding out that, maybe this person hasn't been spending a lot of time with you. Maybe they're not there for you emotionally and physically or spiritually or whatever way, because maybe there's a third-party situation going on. This is when this Page of Swords comes in handy. Keep your eyes open and your ears open. Maybe it's time for you to back off. Spend a little time alone. You're thinking about or planning to, but that time where you're walking away, this is time for you to reevaluate the situation. Where you can have some hindsight, where you can not only look behind you and find out what got you to that point, or what it is that you missed that minute when everything turned for you, and so that as you move forward into the future, you're able to use that as a tool. And again, we have the High Priestess, which is about those decisions. It's about, that prayerfulness and that mindfulness, and that spending time alone to figure out what it is that you need. You may, that the situation you're coming from was pretty toxic, maybe codependent a little bit. Maybe this person just really enjoyed whatever it was that you had that you could offer them, and not necessarily you, but they would give you just enough of what you needed so that you would keep coming back for more. And in your obstacles and challenges and your blockages, you're definitely wanting that companion. You're definitely wanting somebody to grow old with. You're definitely wanting somebody that you can see into your future. Don't be afraid to spin that Wheel of Fortune or be open to it, because it's going to turn. The wheel is turning all the time anyway. So even though things are going really bad right now, maybe for you, just keep the faith that it does come back around again. That wheel does turn, and you will be able to find that love that you're needing. It's going to leave you feeling a little bit guarded moving into new relationships, but not everybody is kind of low down and dirty like maybe this person had been to you. Not everybody is a cheater. Not everybody, sorry about the sirens. I live right near a very busy intersection. Okay, I think they're far enough away. Yeah, so don't be afraid to move forward. We had this Eight of Swords earlier, which talks about, almost to the point of, putting on blinders and just not moving. Now you're able to move past that. Maybe after you spend that time alone and you realize that you are worthy of love and companionship, you can successfully move on from this relationship, and you will find new love in your future. Okay. Now, most likely, like we said, it will probably be an air sign or somebody like that, unless you have heavy air in your chart, or both. Okay, so Taurus, that is your reading for the 16th through the 23rd of August 2020. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for all of your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. And I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And I read all of your comments. I respond to every comment and every email that you guys send me. You guys mean everything to me. All right, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.